Hey everybody, NaMo here. Today we're going to start another series. This one's just been requested by Moose Crew for a very long time. Since I started this channel with unboxing all of my collection when I moved into this house, I showed off my Power Rangers Legacy Zord boxes. And they have been in storage since we moved in. I haven't had the room to take the Zords out and display them. They've just stayed in their boxes, stayed in storage. And today we're going to start looking through them. The Legacy line did end when Saban ended their relationship with Bandai North America. And then, of course, Hasbro picked that up. They started the Lightning Collection, and they just started getting into the Zords. So Legacy line went through all of the first 3 seasons, I believe, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers before it ended. So today we're going to look at the smallest and kind of weakest one of the 3. There is actually 4 sets that got produced because the Zords got put out in a limited edition run of black and gold. But we are going to go through today Season 3 Zords, which altogether is the Zord and the Falcon Zord. So let's go ahead and get the Falcon Zord out first. So here it is in its container. There's really not much to this one. So we just plug the wings back on like that. And there we have the Falcon Zord. It does have an articulating mouth, so you can open it and close it. An articulating head, just up and down. Legs, up and down. You can even move the talons in and out. These are die-cast metal, so they are a little bit cold, which, being used to nothing but solid plastic figures, it is a little strange. Tail moves up and down. Wings are on a ratchet, up and down, and these tips also up and down. I gotta show you this way. The little ratchet for these wings extends out of the wing and plugs back in to give it more range of motion, which I like that feature. I don't think it had that feature. You can see it popped out right there just so it can flap up. I don't think it had that feature in the original toy, but I never had that toy. I had a friend that did. That's one of the issues with the wings being stored in the box, so they keep popping off. I had a friend that did, and I don't remember playing with it all that often. But we're going to set him down for now. So we need to get into the main Zord. I'll show off these boxes here in a bit. Instructions. So these right here are the little swords that go with the Ape Zord. And there they all are together in the box. Of course, my favorite one was always the frog. And this one, he's got metal toes. And that's in metal hands for the front. These arm pieces are plastic. Leg pieces are plastic, thigh pieces are plastic. It's just these toes that are metal. It gives it a little bit of heft. His mouth does open and close. And he does have bend right here in his back. I believe that is more towards, yeah. His transformation. There he is now the pants. Next we look at the bear, which at this point in time is in torso mode. Sorry for that. Okay, let's get him to bear mode. Like I said, my friend had these when I was a kid, and I did play with these a lot more than I played with the Falcon Zord over at his house. So there is the bear mode. The thing I don't like about the bear is this piece here. To go from, let's see there. That's exactly why I don't like it. To go from bear mode to torso mode, you pull this off, you open his mouth, you stick it in there, and you close his mouth. I mean, there should be a easier way to do this than to continuously have to pop it off. As far as articulation goes, the front legs, that's about as much of a range of movement as they have. There is a soft ratchet. I'm trying to get it to where I can show you. For the feet, again, very slight range of movement. This one is really wobbly. Very wobbly. And then of course the legs just kind of move up and down in the back, more for transformation. That's really it. But for torso mode, we flip them all the way up, push these in because they are on a springed hinge. Like I said, you pull that off, open his mouth, put that back on, and close his mouth, and then you close the whole thing up, which it's not wanting to do now. There we go. So there is torso mode. These three prongs here go into these three slots. There we go. Pants and a shirt. Now here we have ape zord, monkey zord, whatever it's called. I never can remember. So this one actually has a lot of articulation with it. Legs, it does have leg articulation. They do not move forward and backwards. There is no forward and backwards. It's just side to side. There is full 360 arm rotation, a little bit of wiggle waggle on the shoulders, bicep rotation, wrist or elbow rotation, and wrist rotation. The head does not move, but this, of all of them, is the most articulated one. It is the one that actually walked around as a person. He can hold his little swords. So it has a lot more movement, a lot more play in it. These, I think it's, yeah, these accent pieces on his leg are die cast. That's really it. Yeah, just those pieces on his legs that are die cast. So to get him back into arm mode, open his back up like this, fold his wrist, elbows to his shoulders, and we just fold his shoulders inside and close it back up. And shove his legs down like this. There is a port here. Oh, there's also this little fist cover that just slides over the head. I do, because I like to keep the weapon storage on the entire figure when they are put together. I actually keep these little swords. There's a little peg, hard to see, right there. A little hole right here. It is so that when he is in the human form of ape mode, he can reach back and grab them and, unsheath them. But I like to keep them like this on his arm. And these little ports here, and there we go. And that really is it as far as the articulation for the arms are concerned. They just move back and forth, and that's it. Next, we have the wolf. There we go. He is a lot more articulated than the bear Zord. His legs actually can move forward and backwards. He does have a little bit of movement in the bottom part of his legs. His front legs can move forward and back, as well as bend at the elbow. And mouth can open and close. Tail can wag. But that's it. That's really it for the wolf Zord. Just to get him into our mode, you just tuck everything right back in. That's it. So there is the port that attaches him. These are actually called Zord Builder ports. Bandai North America came up with the idea that if they have the same peg, same port on all of the Zords, then you can switch pieces out and put different Zords together, different combinations. It's a neat idea, but it ruins a lot of the features of the figures. We'll show more of that when we get to the White Tiger Zord. It is the biggest offender. But this is the little mask that goes on the head of the wolf Zord. And it, just like the ape, plugs in. And there we go. And lastly, we have the crane Zord, which is this. It's little itty bitty bird-like thing. The head moves up and down, and the wings fold back. It's it. It's really it. So to get it in head mode, you fold the wings back, fold that down, put it all the way together, and it reveals the head, which is hidden in the body of the crane. And then you just smack it on top. Now it does have a little piece to make the head move up and down, give it a little bit of articulation. It does have a lot of range of movement with the legs, really nothing with the arms, and the head does not turn side to side, it just looks up and down. So to get them combined completely, you take the Falcon Zord, spread the wings out like it is, you put the head all the way back, fold the feet a little bit so that it doesn't kind of get in the way, and there are, if you can see it, there are these little grooves right here behind the screw holes, and on the bare feet there are these little pegs, and they are just supposed to slide up and connect. So there, all together, is the Ninja Megazord. It is the weakest of the Legacy Zord line, mainly because of its size. It is a lot smaller than the rest of them. Not so much the Dino Megazord, but once you put it all together with the Dragon Zord and Titanus, everything put together becomes the Ultra Zord, is so much bigger than this. This one doesn't have as much articulation. It just kind of seems like they put all their emphasis in the Ape Zord, because all the rest of them are pretty much similar to their original 90s release figures and articulation and everything. Even the Falcon Zord here has these little pins there and slots here to become the, to be shoved in between the shoulders and torso for the Shogun Zord that they never released. I was really hoping that they released the Shogun Zord because of the Ninja line of season 3. The Shogun Zord was my favorite. Like I said, my friend had them, and I would go over to his house and we'd play toys. And I always played with the Shogun Megazord because it was just so cool. Especially combining it with the Falcon Zord, because instead of it just landing on his back and connecting very loosely, it actually clipped in securely and stayed and just became like little shoulder cannons. But they didn't release the Shogun Megazord, and I was very upset with that. I really wish they had gotten at least it before they canceled the rest of the Legacy line. So let's take a look at these boxes real quick, since I didn't do that to begin with. So these are the boxes that they came in. Really nice graphics on them. There is even bios. Here, the secret of the Power Zords and the story really goes into detail, because this was from the original toys were packaged from the movie, even though they were all the rest of them came from the show. These were packaged to come from the movie. You can see the one that bombed terribly, the one that is not canon. So it even has a small little summary, as you can see, of the plot of this kind of terrible movie. But there's the box for the Falcon Zord. Here is the box for the Ninja Zord. Again, it does have really good graphics. Still says, showing the Power Rangers, the movie. Nice product shots on the back. Pretty much the exact same summary of everything on the sides of it. So that is the Ninja Zord. Honestly, the Season 3 Zords, if released through the Legacy line, would have been one of my favorites if it had included the Shogun Megazord. Where it didn't, I gotta put it at the bottom of the list. So really all we have left is the Thunder Megazord and the Dino Zord, the regular and the black and gold edition. Really no difference in between those two, but I will do a comparison. I would really like to get my hands on the Lightning Collection line of Zords, just see how they do their interpretation of it. I had it on pre-order, but I canceled it because I knew I wouldn't be able to come up with the money for that, and I also don't have room. If I don't have room for these, I don't have room for the Lightning Collection. So, yeah, that is the Ninja Zord. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe, ring the notification bell, share it with your friends. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Handles are at the end of the video. My links are in the description. Join my Discord. Again, link is in the description there. And I will continue putting out the rest of these because it's the full collection. I have the full collection since they stopped it so early. I will continue putting those out, and I hope you tune in to watch the rest of them. So thanks for watching this one, and we will see you next time.